Dear students, welcome back. As we have finished present tense, now it's time to start past tense. But before starting, let us revise what the tenses mean actually. Tense is that form of a verb which shows the time and state of an action and an event. Tenses are simply the way we talk about time in English. Students, like if I say I want to know when the work actually happened, we use tenses. Now we are coming to its types. Number 1 is present tense, number 2 past tense, number 3 future tense. Each of these three tenses has been subdivided into four forms under the following heading. Now let's discuss about the subtenses of past tense. Number 1, simple past tense. Number 2, past continuous tense. Number 3, past perfect tense. And number 4, past perfect continuous tense. Now, let's start with simple past tense. See, in this picture, the rules are subject plus second form of verb and plus object. In this picture, activity is completed in past. Here on the left hand side, the picture, there is a singular subject. We always use second form of verb with it. So it becomes child played. And on the right hand side picture, there is plural subject. And we also use here second form of verb, that is played. So the rules are same. Either it is singular subject or plural subject. We always use second form of verb. So the rules are subject plus second form of verb and object. Now see, simple past tense is also called past indefinite tense. The simple past tense is used to indicate an action completed in the past. Now the work is over. That means the work is now finished, or we can say that the work is now over. Simple past tense used subject plus second form of verb and object. Actually, the second form of verb represent the past actions. Let us try to represent these verb form with the help of examples. See, in the first example, I did this work a week ago. Now the work is finished. Did is second form of verb of do, and hence we use it in this sentence because did is second form of verb do. So the sentence will become I did this work a week ago. Now look at the second example. She left school last year. Now you can see left is second form of leave. So we use she left school last year. And we can see in another example, she bought a car 2 years ago. Now, there it is again showing second form as bought is second form of verb buy. And actually, the simple past tense is one of the very easy and useful tenses. Now, this tense is used to show definite point of time, and this definite point of time is indicated by words like since, earlier, ago, back, before, yesterday, etc. We can see all the words give a sense that the work is now finished. So we can say that the main use of simple past tense is to show an act or a work that completed in the past. Now let us see few more things about it. Simple past tense is also used for a past habit. Past habit can be, generally indicated by few words like often, seldom, usually, normally, generally, occasionally, sometimes, never, always, frequently, rarely, daily, used to, etc. Basically, these words shows that a past habit is indicated. Let us try to understand these words and the tense with examples. Number 1, he practiced. many hours every day. Now, because he is doing the same thing every day, it is a past habit, and every day is the word which is used to represent it. So, it will become he practiced many hours every day. Now, look at the second example. She always carried an umbrella. She always carried an umbrella. Here, always is the word that is representing that we are talking about a habit. And because we are using, as we can see, second form of verb, it is a past habit here. So we can say that this tense is used for past habit, and these words are very important as these words show that we are actually talking about past habit. So these were the main uses of simple past tense. I hope now that simple past tense is clear. So let's do its revision. In positive sentences, we use subject plus second form of verb and with object. Now, in negative sentences, the formation will become subject plus didn't, that means did not, plus first form of the verb and object. And in interrogative sentences, we use did plus subject plus first form of the verb and object. In this tense, second form of verb is used in only affirmative or positive sentences, and in negative and interrogative sentences, we use first form of verb. Now let's move on to past continuous tense. See in this picture, the rules are subject plus was were plus first form of the verb with ing and object. In this picture, see on the left hand side, we can see child was playing. We use was with singular subject, but on the right hand side, we used were with plural subject, and it becomes children were playing. In past continuous tense, we use subject plus was were plus first form of the verb with ing and object. Now, we see we use was were to represent past, and actually was were are the form of verb be, and the form of be ismr in present form is used in as ismr in present form, and we use in was were in its past form. Now, coming to the subject. When subject is singular, like he, she, it, or any name, we use was. When subject is plural, like you, we, they, we use were. Now, let's understand the uses of past continuous tenses. Past continuous tenses are mainly used for past actions which are in progress. That means if we say some work was happening in the past, we use past continuous tense. Let us see some examples of it. First example, he was busy in packing last evening. Now, see in this example, I am talking about last evening, and the action was taking place in the last evening. So, what I want to convey is that the work is happening in the past, but because it was in process in that time, we have used here ing form. See one more example. I was having dinner with my family when they came. Now, because it was happening or taking place at that time, we have used having, that means we have used ing form here. And when they came, now you can see here two actions are taking place, right? And we have used simple past in this operation, and I have used second form of verb here which we use in simple past tense. So I can say I was having dinner. It is a continuous process, and when they came, I have used in simple past because this action was finished. So past continuous tense talks about the unfinished ongoing action in the past. Let me tell you more rules about past continuous tense. Rule number 1. he was leaving that night. Now, here we can see that it is a planning for future, but we have used it in the past because the sense of the sentence is that he was leaving that night means he was to leave, he's supposed to go that night. It is a planned arrangement, okay? So he was leaving that night. We have used past continuous tense here. See one more example. I asked her that she was doing next Sunday. What she was doing next Sunday. Now, we can see that next Sunday is representing arrangement for future and she was doing is representing that it was taking place in the past. It is asked her that what she was doing next Sunday means what can be the possible plans. So we also use past continuous tense for definite arrangement for future in the past. One more thing about past continuous tense is that words like while, still, at that moment, then, etc. are used to express progressive actions in the past. So whenever we are using these words, we can consider them in past continuous depending on the context of the situation or the given example. So this was for past continuous tense. So let's do its revision. In positive sentences, we use subject plus was were plus first form of the verb with ing and object. In negative sentences, we use subject plus was were plus not plus first form of the verb with ing and object. And in interrogative sentences, we use was were plus subject plus first form of the verb with ing and object. Now I think the past continuous tense is clear to you now. Now let's move on to past perfect tense. In past perfect tense, we use subject plus had plus third form of the verb with object. Past perfect continuous describe an action completed before a certain moment and we use subject plus had plus third form of the verb and object. So we use here third form of the verb. Actually, the past perfect tense is used to denote an action completed before a certain moment in the past. See example. I met him in Jaipur in 1980. Now, the work is finished, the action is completed, and I am talking about it. So, I met him in Jaipur in 1980. In second example, I had seen him last 5 years before. Now, these 5 years before is actually denoting that the action is completed and now I am talking about 5 years ago. In these sentences, we have talked about single action, but if two actions happened in the past, it may be necessary to show which action happened earlier than the other. So, whenever there are two actions in the past, simple past is used in one clause and the past perfect in the other one. We have to understand these through examples. See, in example, first, when I reached the station, the train had left. Now, there are two actions. One is about reaching the station and the other one is about the train. So, there are two actions that happened in the past. And when I reach the station, it is showing that the train had left. So, we can say that the train has started or left in the second action and when I reach the station it shows the first action. Let me clarify through another example. I had written the letter before he arrived. Again there are two actions taking place. One is about writing letter and the other one is about somebody's arrival. So we have used simple past here and I had written the letter in past perfect tense. Actually, past perfect tense is used when out of the two actions it is necessary to emphasize that the preceding action was completed, finished before the succeeding action started. Now, see another example. I had gone to Delhi last week before my father came. Now, here you can clearly see that the preceding action was completely finished, like my father came, and after that, the next section, which we call succeeding action started, that is, I had gone to Delhi. So, for the preceding action, we have used simple past and it was completely finished before the next action, and the succeeding action we have used past perfect. So, you can see I have used had and second form of verb here as we use in simple past. So, it is important to understand that which action is taking place first and which one is on the next. Sometimes preceding action is implied and can be indicated by few words like ever, just, recently, yet, already, so far, till, by the time, before, after, etc. So, now before is helping us to show the preceding action. See an example. I had already done my work. Now, the word already is denoting a preceding action, and the preceding action is that work which is done. So, we can use these words to indicate the preceding action and understand that which action is actually taking place first. Past perfect tense is also used with verbs such as want, hope, expect, think, suppose, mean, or intent, etc. These words actually indicate that the action mentioned did not take place. We will understand these with examples. See, in first example, I had wanted to help my brother, but in reality, I could not help. See here, it is showing that will was there, but the action actually did not take place. See in a next example, she had hoped that I would send her money, but did not send, could not send. But actually, so we can see here, we can say that it was an unfulfilled hope. So these words indicate that the action did not take place. These words were the facts and uses of past perfect tense. So let's do its revision and sentence formation. In positive sentences, we use subject plus had plus third form of the verb and object. And in negative sentences, we use subject plus had plus not plus third form of the verb with object. And in interrogative sentences, we use had plus subject plus third form of the verb and object. We use always third form of the verb with every perfect tense, either it is present, past, or future. Now, I hope everything is clear to all of you now. Let's move on to past perfect continuous tense. See in this picture, its rules are subject plus had been plus first form of the verb with ing and object. In this picture, see when actually the work is started from a point and continuous in the past and is still continued up to this point, we use past perfect continuous tenses. Like on the left hand side, child had been playing since morning is written. See here we use had been with both singular and plural subjects. On the right hand side there is written children had been playing since morning. So we use had been with either it is subject singular subject or plural subject. Now let me give you more clarification. Past perfect continuous tense, we use subject plus had been plus first form of the verb with ing and object and since or for. As you know, we use ing form to show the continuity of an action. Actually, past perfect continuous tense is just like past perfect tense on. Only the change is that the first past action is continuous, and we can try to understand this with an example. I felt thirsty because I had been speaking all day. See, in this sentence, in past perfect continuous tense, you can see there that I felt thirsty. Now, this action is taking place at some point in the past, but before that, the first action is speaking all day. See, because I had been speaking all day, that is the reason, that is why I felt thirsty. So, you can see that here the first past action is continuously speaking, and then the function is felt thirsty, and that is in the past only. We can say that only we use past perfect continuous tense to show an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to that time. We can see one more example. The ground was wet before because it had been raining. Now, in this example, what we observe is because it rained in some time in the past, now the ground is wet. So, the ground was wet because it had been raining. So, we can say that this tense is basically used to talk about a continuous action in the past, but before another finished action that we can see the finished action has taken place in the past. So we use past perfect continuous tense. We can see one more example. He had been serving the institution for the last 1 year. In this example, we can see that the action actually started at some point in the past. He started service in the past, and he is still doing the service and then in the same institution. So had been and serving is showing past and continuity form of an action. So actually past perfect continuous tenses is used to show or can be used to indicate the duration of an action. Here I will repeat this point of time expression. When we use time expression with continuous form, it becomes perfect continuous. Continuous plus time expression is equal to perfect continuous. For example, she had been playing chess the whole day yesterday. Here, the whole day is time expression, and the time expression is normally indicated by the words like since, for, whole, all, throughout, how long, all along, etc. So here we have finished past perfect continuous tense, and let's do its revision. In positive sentences, we use subject plus plus first form of the verb with ing, had been plus object plus since plus for and time. In negative sentences, we use subject plus had plus not plus been plus first form of the verb with ing, object and since for time. In interrogative sentences, we use had plus subject plus not plus been plus first form of the verb with ing and object and since for time. So this was all about the topic of past tense as and we have finished present as well as the topic of past tense. So in our next lesson we are going to learn about future tense. Thank you. So dear students, I hope you have learned all the rules of present as well as past tense. So you should clarify your doubts if any by watching this video again and again, and I try to make the understanding of the tenses in a simpler way. You should also note down the rules of tenses in your notebooks. As you know, you have to stay home and do study, so you should be safe as well. Stay happy. See you soon in next video. Take care. Bye bye students.